Alright, what's up everybody? Yesterday, I had a bad fucking day. So my truck was at the Dodge dealership because the CV boots had ripped and my axles were like coming apart pretty much. I couldn't even drive it. So I brought it in. It's under warranty, right? Brought it in. The service guys are like, all right, whatever, blah, blah. We'll fucking get to it, let you know. I was like, all right, I already know what it is, you know? So I told him it's the axles, showed him. Week goes by, still haven't heard from him. So I call him, I called him a few times, no answer. Finally, I fucking call and they answer. They're like, oh, we should know by the end of the week. I was like, okay. So the next day, I get a call like, hey, so because you put a tuner on this and you did a leveling kit with bigger tires, we're voiding your warranty. Like, what? Bro, I've had fucking G-Wagons, S65, Lamborghinis, got the McLaren, I've had Jaguars, I've had every fucking car under the goddamn planet. And anytime I had some aftermarket shit in the service department, like they hit me up like, hey, you have this on here, come pick your car up, take the shit off, bring it back, and then we can warranty it. It's like an unspoken fucking law with service departments. Like they don't just throw the customer under the bus and fuck you over and ruin your whole goddamn warranty. So I went down there and threw a fit, fucking talked shit to the service fucking manager because he's a bitch. Now, my warranty's void. Nothing I can do about it. I paid for a bumper to bumper warranty. It was like 6 bands, but they're gonna refund me that. So that's good at least. But the service manager at Ram of the West in Lancaster fucking sucks. They'll never get my business again. I spent $100,000 on this fucking truck and they fucked me over 2 months later. Fuck Ram of the West, suck a dick. Needless to say, I'm at home now and I had bought the axles, $1,200, and I'm gonna put them in myself because I know how. I'm going camping tomorrow at Big Sur. After I get the axles in, I have a rack for the bed of the truck and a rooftop tent. So I gotta put all this shit on tonight. It's already almost 8 o'clock at night. I gotta get all this shit done and we leave at like 5 in the morning. So it's gonna be a long night, but I'm gonna take you guys with me, see what I'm doing. Hope you enjoy watching me wrench. I got the first axle off, or CV shaft, whatever you wanna call it. Look at the mess in here. Look at all that oil. See that rip right here? That means all the oil came out. Started to dry up in there, and now when I'm driving, this shit's just clanking around. Shit's all fucked up. In order to do this job, first you have to take off the caliper, and then you have to undo. See that hole right there? Well, the axle sticks through there, and there's a nut on it. Take the nut off. You take this tie rod off, or it's the steering shaft. Take the steering shaft off, and then you take the upper ball joint off, and this pops down like this. Once that happens, you can pull the axle out. I'm gonna clean this shit up, and then put the new axle in, and then get started on the other side. Driver's side done. Now we're on the passenger side. This side doesn't look as bad. Oh shit, never mind. Look at this shit. You can literally see inside. So yeah, this side's definitely fucked. I thought this side was better, but the other side's better. This really isn't that hard of a task if you have the tools for it and you're mechanically inclined. I just know how to do this shit because I was a mechanic in the Army, and then I worked for a Freightliner working on big rigs for almost a year after the Army before I started tattooing full time. But I've always been wrenching since I was a kid on dirt bike squads, all that type of shit. It's not as hard as you think. Average person should definitely be able to change their oil and definitely be able to change your brakes. Definitely be able to swap a fucking CV shaft front axle. It's like, it's pretty easy shit. If you don't know how to do it, go on YouTube. Find somebody like me that shows you how. Okay, so first, obviously take the tire off. Second, you're gonna take the brake caliper off. It's 2 bolts, one right here and one under, like back down here. It's only 2. Pull this off, set it on something close because you don't want these lines right here to be stretched out or bend. After that, you're gonna take off this, the steering linkage, Sometimes the shaft will get stuck in here. All you gotta do is bang right here with a hammer until it pops out. Same with the upper ball joint. Undo the bolt, and then if it doesn't come out, you just bang on this until it pops out. And then after that, this folds down, pull the axle out. You gotta like hit on it because it has a little clip that locks it in place. So once you do that, just put the new one in, make sure the gears line up. Oh, and obviously you gotta take this bolt off, or this nut. After that, you just line everything, put everything back together. You're good to go. Tools you're gonna need. So this nut right here, it's a 35 millimeter. It's weird because there's standard and metric on here. So that's 35 millimeter, perfect. This is 11/16, and this is 10 millimeter. Same with this, 11/16, 10 mil. And these bolts back here, 13/16, 10 mil, 10 mil, 13/16 for the caliper bolts. And then 35 millimeter for that. Got the other one out, and here she is. So the problem is when these rip, you're fucked. So all the grease comes out, and then that shit dries up. Next thing you know, that shit's clacking. It's all bad. It's like super stiff to turn. Those little bearings in there, see those balls? They get caught because it's dry. So I noticed it when I was backing up in my driveway. It was just like clack, clack, clack. Like it felt like the fucking whole tire was gonna fall off. I was like, oh shit. Jumped out, looked under there, and definitely important. If you see a rip in your CV boot, replace that shit ASAP. Don't wait for it, because if you're out driving and that shit seizes up, you're fucked. But I'm just cleaning everything up, and then I'll start putting the other one back on, get it buttoned up, and take it for a test drive. About 1:20 in the morning. I got both axles on the truck, took it for a test drive. It's all good. And then I bought a Yakima rack earlier today so I could put my tent, my rooftop tent I used to have on my Toyota. So I just put that on, and then got the tractor because we got a forklift attachment on the front buckets. You got the tent up on the truck. Yeah, buddy. I'll let you guys check it out in the morning. But now I'm going to take a shower, pack my shit, and go to fucking bed. I'm only gonna get like 3 hours of sleep by the time I get to bed, so I'm gonna take it, wash the truck in the morning, spray off the tent, get it all ready to rock, and hit the road. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hit the subscribe button, like my fucking video, leave a goddamn comment, and share with your friends. Let's try to get to 100K, baby. Peace.